Yeah, bye.
Yeah, bye.
Oh, welcome one and all to the Brothers Game Podcast.
Indeed.
Brian, what episode is it?
This is our third
What?
Christmas Spoils episode.
The great annual Christmas Spoils episode, everyone's favorite episode.
Which we never thought was going to be an annual part of the show.
I guess it's an annual thing now.
But it is now.
It is 2 days after Christmas
Yes.
that we're recording this. We hope you all had an amazing Christmas, if that's a thing you celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
It certainly is a thing we do. So,
Yep.
and it was.
Mm-hmm.
Good times.
Good times. Well,
All
anyway.
right.
See you later.
See you later.
So,
Let's talk about Christmas.
yeah,
What
I
happened?
wanted to start with, so every year for a little while now, we've been playing Halo around Christmas time. We have
Yeah, pretty much always.
a day where we just plug in the Xbox and play some Halo. So I
Do
have
something, yeah.
an Xbox One with the Master Chief Collection. And so
Of course.
we
yeah.
often play that because that way we can play any Halo.
Yeah, it's great.
Basically.
It's got them all.
The problem is my copies are downloaded onto the system and they require an internet connection to use them. And our grandmother's house doesn't necessarily have great internet.
True.
Also, when I went to, I turned on my Xbox and updated it because I play it rarely enough that pretty much every single time I turn it on, I have to update it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was an 80 gigabyte update for the game, which has already had several large updates and is already 125 gigs.
Mm-hmm.
Game is absolutely massive. I don't even have enough room on my hard drive on
To
my
have
Xbox
that
One
one game.
in order to download the latest update. So I just can't play the game until I like
Amazing.
there's supposed to be a way that you're able to get around that, but I like stopped it in the middle of the download and now it just won't start. So so I've ordered an external SSD that is just going to be my Halo Master Chief Collection SSD,
Like,
and
it's
that's
just a
all that's going to
drive
be
just
on
for
it.
Halo?
Yes, because it's that big of a game.
Is that it right there?
No, this one's too small for that.
There's a different SSD just sitting on the table. So.
Yeah, this is just my general purpose
Aha.
external SSD.
I
It's
see.
about 128 gigs.
Nice.
The one I'm getting is 500.
500 gigs?
Yeah.
Nice. That's pretty good.
Because the game is already 125 and I'm down and it needs an 80 gig update, so it's going to be a little over 200 gigs all by itself.
Yep. So it gives you
So,
plenty
yeah.
of wiggle room, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
Uh-huh.
So we broke out the 360 instead,
Yep. Which
works just fine.
yeah, that was more nostalgic anyway.
Yeah, no updates necessary.
Play the 360 with the actual discs.
On my classic 360 controller, which still works great.
Yep.
Love that controller. So, yep. What did we try first that went really well on Halo?
Oh yeah, we tried Lasso, legendary all skulls on.
Yeah. So if you're not
for
aware,
Halo 3.
yeah. So we did Halo
campaign.
3. The skulls, if you don't know what those are, I mean they are just basically, I would almost call them cheat codes you can turn on, but they don't make the game easier.
But they generally make the game
They make
harder.
the game way harder. For instance, there's one called Blind that makes it so your HUD is gone. So
Yeah,
your
just
your
gets rid of
health,
the entire HUD.
your gun,
You don't,
so you
get
don't
to
even know
see
what
the
gun you're holding.
You don't get to see the target reticule. Just
Stuff like that.
crosshair.
And then there's a bunch of other ones that just make it very chaotic. One of the worst ones is that every enemy has more grenades and uses them very liberally.
Yeah.
And so just things are exploding constantly. Everyone is stronger. So I mean, it's hard to get them actually killed. Yeah, a lot. It's insane.
I remember there was a skull that we would intentionally turn on in Halo 2 that would increase how powerful melee attacks and grenade explosions were.
Yeah.
Which allowed you to do bigger grenade jumps and like punch really heavy objects.
And I think that is a skull maybe in Halo 3 as well.
I think so. I think
But-
they're either exactly the same or very similar between the two games. So
it's helpful. There's one that makes weaknesses more pronounced. So like resistances are higher and weaknesses are higher as well. So assassinations are a very useful way to kill people
Yeah.
in Lasso, but you have to, get close enough to the brute to be able to do it. So,
Right.
so after quite a few attempts on just the first area of the first level, we're like, this isn't fun. Let's just
Yeah. We realized there was no way this was going to happen.
this isn't gonna happen. Let's do something else. It is fun in its own way, obviously, that's for sure. But so we just played regular legendary instead, which was pretty good. It was way easier than I expected.
It was easier than I remembered. Yeah.
Yes, it's because it is easier than Halo 2, I think.
Yeah. Halo 2 has
Halo 2
possibly the
Legendary is
hardest
insane.
legendary of any Halo game that I can
Halo 2
recall.
Legendary is insane. Just trying to get through Delta Halo with all those jackal snipers is
sheesh.
a nightmare.
I mean, the first level is ridiculous.
Cairo Station's tough, but we've done it.
Yeah. It's like the difficulty's really high in Cairo Station, and then it goes down a little bit for a while, and then it ramps back up once you get to Delta Halo.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, so that was good. We played some of that. And then we just played some one-on-one multiplayer, which was kind of fun. Because we haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah.
Just one-on-one.
I could tell just how out of practice I was, though.
Yep. And in Halo 3 especially, I have the edge in Halo 3, I think. Halo 2, it's debatable.
Yeah. I mean, right now, you probably could beat me. I'm just still so out of practice with it.
It's one of those things. We
It's
don't
funny.
really play first-person shooters, really.
Yeah. I've gotten so used to bumper jumper controls that going back to standard Halo 2 controls was really awkward.
Yeah, there's that too. And I, of course, have basically only ever used standard. So, yeah. Makes me kind of excited to play Infinite, though.
Yeah.
When that ever comes out on console.
Yeah. Now, I know a lot of people are playing the beta on PC right now.
And I've only heard good things. So
I've heard mixed reviews.
Oh, really? I've heard very good things.
It really depends on the community you're in. On Reddit, on r/Halo, there's been a lot of negative. But it's critiques about bugs and stuff. Mainly, I think.
That's silly a little bit, but
yeah. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the opportunity to play it on console because I've only ever played Halo on console, and that's what I'm comfortable with. That's what I like.
And I just don't have the PC to be able to play it.
I probably could play it on PC, especially on low settings, but yeah, a 1030 is not that powerful, but it can run Destiny 2 at medium settings just fine, and I'd say that's hopefully comparable.
I would think so, but I don't know. It is Unreal 5, right? So
is it? Yeah.
I don't know.
In the month of December, have you played any other games? You've got
well, I haven't talked about this on the podcast. I finally got I bit that bullet. I tell you what, and I spent $50 on a year subscription for the Switch Online expansion pack or expansion pass or whatever. And it's pretty cool. I'll be honest. Playing N64 games on the Switch is pretty nice, actually. So obviously I did it because I don't know if you guys know this. We like Paper Mario.
Right.
For
we
the
may
64.
have mentioned that once or twice.
I probably mentioned it just a couple times. That was released this month on the Switch, and I heard some mixed things about the emulation. So I was a bit worried about it, but I kind of just wanted to see for myself. However, Paper Mario is one of those games that does not emulate well.
Yeah, weirdly.
Yeah, and for some reason,
it's not a complicated game.
No, it isn't. It isn't. But something about it, I guess, just makes it weird because most times I've tried to emulate it on Project 64 or whatever, there's always something weird about it, or something's off, or it feels jagged, or whatever. Actually, one of the best emulations I played of it was on my phone.
Oh, that's interesting.
There was an Android N64 app, that played it pretty well. Actually, it was the best emulation I'd had with it. so obviously that was one of the main reasons, is I was actually just curious to see if it was good. And I will say I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Actually. The only maybe bad thing is the menu. Actually, the pause menu is
interesting.
laggy.
Oh.
And I heard, I saw this post about it, that it was done intentionally by one of the developers.
Okay.
To make everything else run better. They had to make the main menu or the pause menu choppy. I don't know. There's a whole thing about it.
I mean, the pause menu is a little choppy anyway, even in the real game.
It is
compared to the rest of the game, but not. It's not horrific. It's just
on this. It's a little very noticeable. It is it's you're being stabbed every time you switch over to party or items. Or luckily in that game, you basically only for badges you have to use the pause menu. That is basically it. That's the only time you use the pause menu. Is
and
badges.
You don't use it at all in combat. So
so it's really not a big deal. Other than that, I've had no issues with input lag, timing the action command. I've gotten the hang of on that controller. So overall, it's good. I think I just beat the Koopa Bros, and I got back to Toad Town. So
cool.
I'm just taking my time with it, having fun. I tried Mario 64 on it just to see how it felt, basically. No issues there either. No, I couldn't really notice any input lag. I've heard some people have, but I think that might be their internet connections or their janky Joy-Cons or something, because I had no issues at all. I didn't know how it worked exactly. I was kind of worried that you would need internet to play the games, which would be annoying because then you can't play it just on the road or in a random restaurant or something. But I played it on the way home from Christmas Eve. I was playing Mario 64, so wasn't an issue. Anyway, overall pretty good. I haven't dived into the Animal Crossing DLC yet, which comes with the expansion pass. So I'll update you when I do that. How about that?
Cool.
That's about it. That's all I'm playing.
I haven't really played many games since I was playing Guitar Hero again for a bit. I talked about that already in the last episode. I've just been watching a lot of anime.
Yeah, you've been watching a crap ton of anime. Yeah, that's a whole thing.
I had my watch list got pretty long, so I decided to start getting through it.
I'm gonna watch some.
So I watched ReZero.
Yes,
which that's a very
insanely
popular. It's an isekai or other world.
It's the one with Rem. That's all I know.
The blue-haired.
It's got the blue-haired maid girl. Yeah.
It's an intense show. The main character,
which is funny actually.
Yeah. So the whole premise, and this isn't a spoiler because you find this out immediately, and this is what the show is all about. So, but the guy, he dies and then comes back. And when he comes back, time resets. So it's a lot like, so if you've ever seen the movie Edge of Tomorrow or something like that, this concept has been explored before in other
Groundhog Day
movies and stuff. Yeah, Groundhog Day, that sort of thing. And so that's what's going on. But the weird thing is he can't tell anybody about it. Most of the time, the person who's going through it will tell someone about it, and even if most people don't believe them, they'll find at least one person that does. He physically can't say anything about it. He's prevented from saying anything about it. Okay. So he's got to go through this without that. But and so he goes through some pretty gruesome deaths.
When they revert back, they can just make it as over the top and ridiculous as they want, I guess, right?
Yeah. And sometimes someone will kill him, and then he'll become friends with them in the next go around.
Turns out you're all right.
Yeah.
When you don't murder me.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so I watched 2 seasons and 2 movies.
Which is everything that's out right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's the light novel has not been fully adapted, so there's a potential for a season 3, but there hasn't been anything greenlit yet.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. I started. We've been watching JoJo Part 6,
Yes.
which we may or may not have mentioned in the last episode, but
Yeah.
we're getting through that.
Which is very good.
Yeah.
I've read the manga, and this adaptation is just beautiful. Spot on. Animation's great. Voice actors are great for everything. So yeah, definitely enjoying that.
And me and Mom are watching Bunny Girl Senpai.
Yeah, Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, pretty popular.
And then right now I've been going through We Never Learn,
Oh yeah,
which is just
cute.
a fun, cute high school rom-com.
Yeah. Which are typically my favorite anime
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it, and I think it's one of the better ones I've seen too. Actually,
Nice. That's good.
the characters are likable. Yeah. So like I've actually been watching that today. I'm in
Nice.
the middle of season 2.
Nice. Yeah, you're blowing through these, by the way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, and then we've both seen Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
No Way Home.
I've been watching Marvel stuff
Yeah.
mostly, actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
we saw Spider-Man separately, but we did both see it. My short review: the best Marvel movie they've made so far.
Wow.
So,
I would not go that far, but
but I am a Spider-Man fan.
he's good.
Also, I also just finished Hawkeye last night,
Yeah, I'm still getting through that.
which was also quite good. I really liked that. And then I've started What If also because I haven't
Oh,
watched
really?
that yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You hadn't seen this
I haven't
yet.
seen it yet. So I'm catching up.
No.
I still also have to watch Falcon and Winter Soldier and Black Widow
No.
and Eternals.
Oh, I haven't seen Eternals either. So.
Yeah. So I still have a lot to watch. But
Yeah.
I'm
There's
almost
a lot
caught
of
up.
Marvel stuff.
Almost caught up completely with Marvel stuff
Yeah.
because it's still good. So there you go.
So, you want to talk about what we got for Christmas?
Let's do it. It's Christmas time, baby. Christmas time.
So, our friend Kyle
Oh yeah, our
sent
first
us
Christmas
some
present.
gifts.
Yeah. Pretty unexpected. Super
Yeah.
nice.
We haven't seen him in person since before
Since
the
quarantine.
pandemic.
Yeah. So years.
So,
literally,
yeah,
which
over a
is
year,
insane, but
which is crazy.
because he's
But,
one of our better friends, I would say.
Yeah.
So it's very strange.
but yeah, he caught COVID at one point, so
Yeah.
he's just been
he's
trying to be
very
really
cautious, which is
careful.
good. That's
Yeah.
that's totally fine. I don't fault him for that.
Yeah, no, we don't fault him at all. We
Yeah.
just miss him.
Yep.
But
So super nice of him to do
so
that.
he sent us some stuff. I got Star Wars Talisman. Yeah. So Talisman
board
has
game,
been
yeah.
a thing in our group.
Long time.
Kyle's a big fan of it, and he had and it's I feel like it's a lesser known game.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's
it
a
doesn't
very
seem like a
deep-
ton of people know of this game.
It's a deep, long, very fantasy board game that's very like unforgiving.
Yeah.
in general.
It's like a
But it's
tabletop
good.
top
It's good.
RPG, but it's a board game,
Yeah.
and the board game does a lot of the work for you.
Yes.
So you aren't just like writing up your own character sheets and everything. The game is kind of your DM and your character sheets and the monster stat blocks and everything, and you're just kind of rolling
much,
dice
yeah.
and making decisions.
There's adventure cards. There's some item cards. Everyone is their own character, which has their own, stats and abilities. But yeah, and in general, it's very good. Just recently, the company, the Op, they used to be called USAopoly, but they basically are a subsidiary of Hasbro, and they do all the like silly monopolies and clues and stuff that you see,
Yeah.
which I collect. Obviously, I collect monopolies, so. They just in the past couple of years got the rights to Talisman and re-released the 4th edition, just base Talisman. But now then they started coming out with the themed versions, basically.
because we've got Kingdom Hearts.
We have Kingdom
Talisman.
Hearts Talisman, which
That
is
one's pretty cool.
awesome. As a huge Kingdom Hearts fan, it's super, super cool. They also released a Batman Talisman, which is interesting. And then, so those are the first two, and then there's two new ones. There's a Harry Potter, which I think sounds awesome, actually, because I think there's a lot you could do with that. And I didn't even hear about this Star Wars one that you got.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it existed until you opened it. So that's very cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited to sort of check that out.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Talisman is a big
It's
box.
a physically large game. Yes.
Yes, that is a big box. Yeah. So when we have 4 hours extra, we can play that.
Right.
It is like Monopoly in its length of time, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's cool.
Yeah. What did you get from Kyle?
So we got, it was actually for me and my wife both, because it's kind of cool. So what me and my wife have most in common with Kyle is definitely Doctor Who,
Right.
because that's one of his favorite things, I would say, and one of our favorite things. So it's actually sort of what me and my wife first bonded over, besides our faith, would be Doctor Who. So he got us a pretty big set of these audio dramas that are Doctor Who. It's like a company in England that makes these sort of offshoot stories from the main TV show that are canon, but because they're sort of offshoots, they can be with any Doctor. So they just recently came out with all these Ninth Doctor adventures. Christopher Eccleston,
Right.
who was only the Doctor for one season, but he's now gone on and done all these audio dramas. So there's like a multiple seasons worth of adventures with him, basically.
Wow. Huh.
And they're actually Christopher Eccleston, doing the voice and stuff. And they're really cool. I'm really interested to get into them. So pretty sweet, actually, if you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That cord is dangling off the table, and it bothered me a lot. So there you go. Yeah. Those were our first gifts.
Yep. And then, so Ben got me Crusader Kings 3 on Steam.
Oh yeah, what is that?
It's
like
like
an
a
RTS?
strategy game, kind of. I don't know if it's an RTS, but there's
More
a
like
lot
Civ,
of like
maybe.
yeah, there's a lot of like politics and stuff in it,
Oh.
but like medieval politics.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. It's gonna be. I haven't played any of the other games before, so I'm just gonna. This will be
Just
my
jump
first,
in and wing it. Yeah.
yeah, my
Interesting.
introduction to the
Okay.
series. So and then I got him. So thankfully, Steam wish lists are great.
Yes.
So like,
For
you don't know
gifts,
what to
yeah.
get someone, just get them something off their Steam wish list.
Yep.
So I got Ben and Kyle each a game off of their Steam wish list.
Nice.
I actually forget the name of the one I got for Ben. It's a From Software title, or at least it's a Dark Souls type of game. I actually don't
Is it
remember
Demon
if it's
Souls?
from. No. So it's not one you've heard of. It's like Ascend or something. I don't remember if it's actually by From Software or if it's just Dark Souls-esque. But yeah.
Interesting.
So I got that for him, and then I got Kyle this big Mass Effect bundle.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
So yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
And then in terms of physical gifts,
Are we going into the main gifts now?
yes. So first games,
Yeah, you got games.
I got Star Wars
got old
Jedi
games.
Outcast for the Xbox. Yes, I did get old games, but these are games that I never owned, that I had only ever rented, that I wanted to play again. Knights of the Old Republic, the classic one for the Xbox.
OG Xbox One, yeah.
And then, so I've had Jedi Starfighter for years. I've played it
Yeah.
several times, beaten it, and I only played this game once, but Star Wars Starfighter, the
Regular
precursor
Starfighter.
to Jedi Starfighter, that introduces the character Nim and all that. I've only played it once. I rented it once. I don't even remember if I beat it, but I've got that now.
Yeah. That's interesting. So you'll have to update on your Star Wars adventures.
Yes, you're just going in the pile of games to play.
Yes. There isn't enough of that.
Yeah.
I got no video games.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, right?
Crazy.
Because I didn't ask for any,
Yeah.
basically. Most of the games I want, I have bought.
Yeah.
I I do have something sitting here that was bought for me that is game related. I got a new Switch case, little Switch carrying case. The one I had is older, and I think this one was cooler.
Yeah.
So there you go.
There you go.
I'm not particularly a Pikachu fan, you know? Like, I wouldn't choose usually a Pikachu themed thing for a Pokemon. But I think this carrying case is just really cool. It's sort of like retro. It's got a purple kind of border. It's got these colored stripies on it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like
I just think it's
off-white
cool.
and purple.
Yeah, it's like off-white and purple. It looks sort of 70s, I would say,
Yeah.
with these kind of retro strips. It's like an Atari thing. I don't
Yeah.
know. I think it's really cool. So there you go. I got that.
And then it's coming Tuesday, but I got you
Yes, your gift I haven't gotten yet.
Avatar: The Last Airbender Monopoly.
Yes. So I pretty much always get a Monopoly of some sort for Christmas. I don't even know if I've mentioned on the podcast that I collect Monopolies, but I have
We may have mentioned that.
I have around 40 Monopolies
Yeah.
now. Quite a large collection, but there are a lot of them out there.
Yep.
So and that one I'm very excited about because
Yeah, it looked
a
really good.
big Avatar fan.
I saw it on the Avatar subreddit.
Oh, nice.
And so
There you go.
then when I realized how hard it would be to get a Game Boy Micro, which
Which
was
is the
what you
other
really
thing I wanted, yeah.
I got you that instead.
Maybe someday I'll get one of those.
Maybe.
They're getting harder to come by, unfortunately. So
And when people are charging like $60 for just the box, that's when you know.
oh yeah, they're definitely over 100. No question about that. Usually around 200.
It's so funny because nobody cared when it came out.
No,
I don't know
no.
anybody who gave
Not
a
at
rip
all.
about the Game Boy Micro when it came out.
Yep, it was very late in the life of the Game Boy, like or the Game Boy Advance. I mean, I should say.
Yeah.
I think the DS was long out when it came out.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, just no one cared. But I am becoming more of a Game Boy Advance fan, and I just love the petiteness of that.
Yeah.
It has a pretty nice screen for it being so small, and it's just sort of a collector's thing to just have, you know. Although I probably will use it also when I actually get it, but yeah, someday. That's all right.
Also got some books.
Yes, I got you books.
I do occasionally read books.
Whoa.
It has been
Whoa.
quite a while, though. The last time I read a book was January of 2020, so it's been a little while. But
Almost a full year.
I tend to read on when I'm traveling, so flying or
Which you're
on
not
a train,
very often.
or which I haven't really done since the pandemic. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. And I don't really read in the car because I can get a little nauseous. It's only cars, though. It's not buses or trains or planes. It's just cars. And I guess it's just like the way you're seated and just the way it rustles. And
Yeah, I don't
stuff.
get motion
know.
sickness by anything. So
That's kind of the only time it ever happens, though, is if I'm reading a book or looking at my phone while I'm in the car.
interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, you got books.
But yeah, so I
There's
got
Star
books. I got the Star Wars.
You got a lot of Star Wars stuff.
The first
this year.
4 books of the Star Wars X-Wing series, which was a series I picked up when I was a teenager. After Star Wars Episode 2 came out, I was huge. That was my biggest Star Wars phase. I was just obsessed with it. I was in 8th grade, and that's when I played a lot of these Star Wars video games. I decided I wanted to read up on all of the expanded universe, so I started with, and I went in chronological order. So I think the first book is The Courtship of Princess Leia, and it's Han and Leia go on a honeymoon to Dathomir, which is where these Force witches live.
Ouch.
And then they have to escape.
Nice.
There's the Thrawn trilogy, the Star Wars X-Wing series,
Classic Thrawn
and then there's a
trilogy.
few other ones. There's
This is the Jedi Academy trilogy.
yeah, I didn't quite get that
There's-
far,
yeah.
but there's a few other ones. There's the books that have like the Sun Crusher and few books like that. So anyway, and because of that series, Michael Stackpole is one of my favorite authors, and the first 4 books are written by him, and then a different author takes over,
It's
And
like,
I still enjoyed the books, but I didn't like them quite as much. They basically replace the whole main cast too.
Yeah.
Because it's just from a different team's perspective. They
Yeah.
don't. It's not like they just change it for the sake of changing it. They're just it's just
moving on. Yeah.
moving to a different squadron.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that team as much, and I didn't like the style of writing as much. So same thing happened with the Halo books. The first and third book are both written by Eric Nyland, and then the second book is written by somebody else, which I just didn't like their writing style as much. And then I got this book called Immune. And the guys on the Kurtz Gazette YouTube channel were involved in making it. They did all the artwork for it. And I found out about it from a video they were doing on the immune system, and I think it's pretty cool. It's a very deep dive into how the human immune system works.
So that's very interesting, actually. Yeah. Yeah, my wife got a bunch of sort of nonfiction books like that, like herb guides and stuff for like medicinal herbs and like sort of some survival books and stuff.
No.
So that's cool. Yeah, that's nice. I got no books, although I do like books. It was really nice. My my wife's brother, who's a newer addition to the family, actually, long story.
Yeah.
Didn't know he existed.
Just like how I have two brothers I hadn't met until 2 years ago. Yeah.
But he's very cool and is very into all these things that we were into. So he sent me a few Pokemon card boxes. They were the Celebrations boxes. So I got like 8 packs of Celebrations and 4 packs of just other stuff. And I opened them immediately. And I got
a couple of cool
finally
cards.
got the secret rare gold shiny Mew card.
Yeah. I love shiny Mew,
which is gorgeous and the only card from the main celebration set I needed. So that set is completely done now, which is awesome. And then for the classic collection, I'm almost completely done because I also got the Mega Rayquaza EX card, which is very cool as well. So insanely good pulls. So thank you, Dakota, for those cards. That was definitely awesome. I'm also wearing 2 of my presents. Actually, 3 presents. Wow. I've got some shoes on that Mom got me. Some very nice Vans. Just sort of plain black ones. Really nice. My wife got me this Sailor Moon hoodie that I'm wearing.
Yeah. It's got the classic art from
cool,
the original
actually.
anime.
Yeah. This has got the main 5 and like some Japanese on it and stuff. It's actually quite cool. I also got I'm wearing the best socks on the planet that just have Magikarp all over them. I actually got 5 pairs of Pokemon socks overall during Christmas. So that's pretty cool.
I'm also wearing a present, slippers.
Oh yeah, you
Got some nice
thick slippers.
nice warm cozy slippers because my feet get cold.
My feet get cold. These actually these Vans I got have fur on the inside. Not actual fur, obviously, but sort of just like a fluffy thing, which is very interesting and different. I didn't even know these existed.
Yeah.
But why not?
Nice and cozy.
Definitely wintry Vans. But yeah, what else did you get?
I got a air fryer.
You did get an air fryer.
Which is one of those cooking implements that's really popular right now.
Yeah.
But
I think it would suit your style, definitely. It's good at reheating things.
I don't really cook per se. I heat up frozen things, and
which is why an air fryer would be great.
And
I think.
takeout and stuff. So yeah. Yeah.
So you're gonna have to learn how to use that, basically.
It seems pretty straightforward, though.
Yeah. But there's a lot you can do with it. So yes, I'll be interested to see what you do with it.
I just looking at it, I'm afraid it's going to be a little bit of a pain to clean, possibly. That's my only hesitation with it.
I mean, you mostly probably only have to clean the main tray part.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't like cleaning things.
Yeah.
I've had to learn to do it.
Well,
but
as an adult, you kind of just have to. Yeah.
It's like
Doing things is hard.
when it comes to cooking, I'm always after like, okay, what has the quickest cleanup? Like,
Yeah.
I don't even care if it doesn't taste as good to cook it this way, as long as it's got an easy cleanup. So that's one reason I like just using a skillet. Skillets are very easy to clean.
It's true. It's true. Yeah. And you can cook a lot of food in just a skillet. So
Yep.
that does work out. Amazing. Okay. Let me run through a few more of these things here. I got a very nice mug. I like mugs. It's like a very stoneware kind of
I
heavy
still
one.
don't support your mug addiction.
No, you do not. I have about as many mugs as I do Monopolies. I also got a honey pot, which is interesting.
Oh yeah,
Because I don't have one, so it's great.
and you
I
had
have
one
a lot
of
of
those
kitchen
honey
things.
stirrers that
It has like the actual honey thing. Yeah,
it was like the first time I'd seen one in real life. I
Yep,
had
little wooden
always seen
honey
like the one
thing.
on the Honey Nut Cheerios
Yeah,
boxes.
just like that.
Yeah,
and it does work. I mean, they are that way for a reason.
right.
So that's cute. That's nice. So other kitchen things. I got a really nice digital scale.
Oh
Like
yeah,
kitchen scale. As in over $50 nice. As in
Yeah.
like actually works.
yeah.
As opposed to the cheap ones that turn off a lot and are not especially accurate. Which will be very nice for baking as well as like coffee and stuff. Yeah, so that
Yeah,
is
I
very,
remember
very
using
cool.
scales at a pizza shop that I worked at. They were terrible.
Yeah, horrible. Most
They
places are.
slowed you down so much. It was so much faster to just eyeball
Yeah.
toppings on,
Yeah.
especially on a pizza, because it's
Yeah,
like
it's a pizza. Come on.
it's like the manager made a big deal about weighing the toppings, but it's like, yeah, but the weight isn't the same. Like they don't, because of like humidity and stuff. It doesn't always weigh the same, and so if you want the coverage to be the same every time, you actually don't necessarily want to weigh them. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah, what's different by eye is very different by weight typically. So I think it's probably because to cover their butts.
yeah.
So that so that the calorie amounts are
Yeah.
correct.
Well, and
stuff.
the problem was there was always inconsistency amongst the people making the pizzas, because it's when it's minimum wage, you can't really expect consistency.
they don't care.
So,
Yep. That's the whole thing.
no.
So yeah, those are the kitchen things I got. Oh, this is sort of in between. This is also for my Renaissance gear, basically.
Oh yeah,
I got a pewter tankard, a really nice, like actual, metal mug. That has like Celtic knots on the side and stuff. Looks awesome. That'll definitely go with my.
I kind of think Renaissance stuff is really cool, but I
cool.
don't really have any desire to do it in real life myself.
Yeah. My wife and I have pretty much jumped on that we definitely want to do that. And so we have some outfits and other cool stuff.
Yeah.
So slowly collecting that kind of stuff. We will be going this year at some point. By this year, I mean in about a week this year.
2022.
Yeah. 22. Let's see. I got some wands as well, some Harry Potter wands.
Right.
They're these new like blind boxes basically for Harry Potter wands. So you buy just like a box and you have no idea which wand is in there. But they're actually pretty nice. Like they come with a little stand you can put it on and everything. So that's cool. We got 4 of those between my wife and I. So that's nice. Other Harry Potter stuff. Ray got us, our sister got me and April, some just like drinking glasses,
Oh yeah.
with the 4 houses from Harry Potter on them that are very nice. I really like the design of those. So that's very cool. We don't have that many regular drinking glasses, so
Yeah.
it's actually quite good. We mostly have mugs. So
Did we ever mention what houses we are?
maybe not.
I don't remember if we did or not.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm a Gryffindor.
Yeah, you're definitely a Gryffindor, I think.
And like, I know a lot of people just say that they are because Harry was, but no, I actually think I am.
Yeah. From what I know, I would agree, and I
Yeah.
know quite a lot. So I'm very into Harry Potter. I am a Ravenclaw. I've done many tests, and I'm pretty
Yeah.
much always a Ravenclaw. So
I can be a Ravenclaw depending on the test I take, but yeah.
Yeah, my wife is actually a Slytherin, but a nice one.
Yeah.
They're not all mean. But yeah, I find there's a lot of Slytherins out there.
Yeah.
That regular people are very often Slytherins. So that's interesting. I don't know whether to be worried about that or not, but they're not inherently bad people or anything. Anyway, my wife got me little D&D miniatures, which are very cool. They actually came painted even and everything.
Oh, nice.
So a bunch of different monsters and stuff, which is good because I want to get back into our campaign,
Yeah.
which I'll be working on. I got a nice little black tie, little necktie. My mom got me the ear thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's really cool,
An
actually.
ear cleaner
Yeah.
with a little camera.
Yeah, so it's basically a Bluetooth device with a pretty good camera, actually, like a pretty detailed tiny lens with a little scooper on the end, and so you just look on your phone and you can see inside your ear and kind of scoop stuff out, or just at least look at it. That's super cool, actually.
Yeah.
So that's fun. Lastly, along with the Pokemon socks, which I mentioned, my wife got me a throw blanket.
Oh, yeah. That was cool.
It's really nice. I don't know if you've seen ads for these, but they're basically throw blankets that look like Pokemon cards that are the full card, And she got me the Vulpix one from the base set because that is my favorite Pokemon.
Yep.
And it's quite cool, actually. Nice soft blanket. Very nice printing. It's not like, doesn't look cheap or anything. That can happen.
Yeah.
With the internet companies or whatever. So yeah, that's really cool.
That's cool.
So that's about it, I think. I don't know if I missed anything. Overall, it's about it. Some really cool stuff, definitely. Solid Christmas as usual.
A few weeks ago, we started watching The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And we watched the first two movies, and then like 2 or 3 weeks went by before we finally got to watch Return of the King last night.
Just watched it last night.
Yeah. Extended release.
Extended.
We watched the first two, just the normal versions, but the extended was the only one we had a copy of available. So, yeah.
But it was good.
It was good.
Still good. Yeah, my wife, you got April that hoodie.
Yeah,
with
Gondor.
The tree of Gondor on it.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Yeah, she's very into Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
So, which I am as well. So,
Yeah.
very, very nice. Yep, and now we're just tired.
Yeah.
Well, I am at least. I'm stretching. Yes, quite a holiday.
Yes. The
Lots
holidays have
of
come
sugar.
and gone.
The sugar brain.
Dude, we had so many sweets. Just trays
We bake
full
a lot.
of sweets. Because the thing is,
Me,
we
my
had
sister, and my mom all bake stuff. So
homemade stuff and store-bought stuff all mixed together. So
crazy. So there's still leftovers that we're still eating, but that's good.
yeah,
It's a good thing I'm not doing a lot today.
yeah.
I'm basically off today. So
As for like what I'm going to be doing from this point on, I think
what's this week look like between New Year's and
once I finish this anime, I might start another game. Been thinking about starting Mass Effect, maybe.
Oh, nice.
I have the trilogy.
Finally getting into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard such good things about it. I know multiple people who say Mass Effect 2 is like the best game of all time, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got so many JRPGs that I don't want to just
Yeah.
play nothing but JRPGs.
And they're so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like minimum 40 hours most of the
Yeah.
time. So,
That's tough.
yeah. Although from what little I know of Mass Effect, I imagine it's going to be fairly long too.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Definitely.
very story heavy game.
I got to keep up with Shining Pearl. I'm not done with that yet, so I got to keep playing that. And we're back. After a word from our great sponsors, Raid Shadow Legends. I wish. Maybe someday.
Apex Raid of Shadows.
I'm currently playing Mario 64 on the Switch. Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. Just saying. I just beat Coop the Quick. So
Whoa.
I'm
dude.
kind of a big deal. He's pretty tough, What were we talking about?
We were talking about what we were going to do like this week onward.
That's a great question.
I was talking about maybe playing Mass Effect.
Yes. I'm going to try to play some board games. Our family's coming into town soon. Our other part of the family.
Right.
And I need to be at peak board game performance when they come. So, and I need to teach them all the new games we have. I am the board game teacher. So, yeah.
We've talked about this a little bit, but there's a card game we play, Hand and Foot, and
that's a family classic.
We played a 6-player, but we've been experimenting with playing
method, basically. Yeah.
2 teams of 3 instead of 3 teams of 2.
Yes.
And so it was guys versus girls, and the guys destroyed the girls. It wasn't even close.
It's so ridiculous. Yeah, I felt bad.
After the 3rd round, we were just like, anyway, we can stop now.
It's usually 4 rounds for a whole game. Yeah, it was atrocious. Yeah. But it was fun. No, still good. Yeah, that's about it, man.
Yeah. I have this like anime mahjong game on my phone.
Nerd.
Yeah. So it's also like a gacha game.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
So there's characters you can get and stuff.
Yeah. I have zero intention of spending any money on the game.
You usually don't have to.
But if I win enough matches, maybe I'll get enough points that I can get someone other than the default character.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
That's good. So you're going places. That's good.
Yeah. Sure. Although, so I was playing a ranked match yesterday, and then we were busy with stuff, so I quit. And there tend to be consequences for quitting ranked games on online games now, which when I was a 16-year-old tryhard, that was a good thing for me, because I'm like, oh yeah, people who quit games are the worst. They should be punished. And now I'm just like, no, it turns out adults have lives.
Yeah, I don't have time for this. Yeah.
So like I might have been temp banned or something. I haven't even checked it. I don't know.
Or they just didn't care.
Or they don't care, which would be great. If I ever decide to play that game ever again, who knows?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That really cool game that you really liked.
Yeah.
Now I'm playing Paper Mario. Jealous?
Where are you at now?
Jealous.
Maybe a
I
little.
actually just left the Koopa Bros Fortress.
Okay.
So I'm about to fight Koopa Troopa.
I've been thinking again about.
I will say, real time. Look how good the colors look.
Oh yeah,
looks very bright. It's bright. It's very good looking, I would say. And no lag in battles or anything.
Yeah,
have not had an issue hitting the action command and stuff.
Yeah, I've thought about doing like a 10 HP run or something. I haven't done that, anything like that in a long time.
Yeah, I get that for sure.
Or 3 BP run.
Yeah, it's fun to do like little personal challenges like that or something.
I think I would personally be really annoyed by that, a 3 BP run, just because I use
horrible.
I've always used
it's
badges,
horrible.
so...
so something I still want to talk about someday, I want to do an episode on this.
Okay.
There's a method basically to beat the entire game at level 1. So 10 HP, 5 FP, and 3 BP.
Yeah.
You can beat the game. And in fact still do pretty well. And it's very rarely RNG based. Like if you at least get the action commands, it's very doable with the right strategies.
Interesting.
And I kind of want to go through the bosses because it's very interesting.
Okay.
On how you beat bosses at level 1. There's methods to beat, for instance, Huff and Puff, who's a pretty tough boss in like 3 turns. Yeah. If you do it right.
Nice.
And I'm just like, it's very interesting stuff. And I'd love to talk about it someday. I'd also like to show you the menu. So it looks normal. So there's, you see?
Yeah,
it's not horrible.
Yeah, that's fairly close to what it's like on the N64, though.
I don't know. It just
It doesn't feel the same.
It's so slug. It just feels very sluggish. But again, completely usable.
Yeah.
But it is like, definitely like 10 less frames.
You should play it. You should play it again on N64 sometime soon, and just like see
completely
if it's
compare.
really quite as bad as you think.
You can see when you open it too.
Oh yeah, that is pretty slow.
Pretty bad. But again, it's really not. It's not, atrocious. It's not completely unplayable. Oh, this game's unplayable. I mean, I'm sure somebody would say it was unplayable, but I'm not one of those people. So there you have it.
Yep. Cool.
I think we're just gonna end it there.
Yeah, we're only 50 minutes in.
I know.
But,
I know it's a short episode for you guys. You're welcome.
don't worry though, because we're doing two a month now, so you won't have to wait that long.
You don't have to scream alone in your room. When will there be a new Brothers game?
Yeah, I can't wait.
Give it to me.
All right, you ready to end the podcast?
I'm
do
ending
your deal?
it, bro. I'm fighting 2 Koopas. and Cooper's doing a great job murdering his own kind. Like a freak. Thank you guys for listening to the Brothers Game podcast. We hope you absolutely loved it with every fiber of your being. And with that, we hope that you'll download the podcast, first of all, because it gives us analytics, and it just means a lot. It helps us out. If you want, you can follow us on Twitter at the Brothers G Pod on Twitter.
Or check out our subreddit, r/Brothers Game Podcast.
Subreddit. What? r/Brothers Game Podcast. Go check it out, you Redditors. That's it. That's it. It's over.
Goodbye.
What are you waiting for? Just kidding. Bye, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.